Boys, we got the ring light for this setup. Lee, how's it feel? Oh. Alright, what is up, guys? Obviously by the title you can tell that my brother Drew, broke his neck. Although there may be jokes in this video, this is a serious topic. By the way, we have glasses on because Drew got a ring light from his injury gifts. Why'd they give it to you, a ring light? I don't know. They decided to give him a ring light, so I'm using it. I'm putting it to good use because the lighting actually sucks, but this makes it better. But it really hurts our eyes, so we're gonna have to have some UV protection. I might need my sunscreen. Alright, so as you guys may or may not know, if you're new to my channel, I do trampoline tricks, and so does my brother. Kind of make like vlogs of that and stuff. He doesn't do it anymore, obviously, because he had a little bit of a fatality. Well, we'll get into that more specifically with the word fatal, but for now, he had an accident and we will be showing the video. Actually, you know what? Just so you guys can get it into perspective, I'm gonna put that up right now so you guys just can tell what he went through and he's gonna elaborate on it. Viewer discretion is advised because he does land on his neck and break it, and it may be scary, so if you don't want to watch it, then I'll put a timestamp of where to skip to the video too. Are you good? Sure. Wait, did you just neck? Wait, are you good?
Drew! Drew! Mom! Mom! Dad! Dad! Mom!
What?
Drew's hurt. Come here. You'll be fine, buddy. God's gonna help you out.
One of you can ride up front. I recommend following. One of you can definitely ride up front if you like.
Alright, so after the video, obviously that was a very scary experience for both me and him. I thought you'd want to hear Drew's opinions on it, and then maybe I can go through mine. So what was going through your head once you realized you landed on your neck?
I mean, I was thinking 6 to 8 months.
That's what he was thinking. Basically what he's trying to say is that he knew he was hurt and he literally guessed 6 to 8 months, and ironically that's how long his neck brace will be on for, so he was right. Immediately when he thought that, he thought 6 to 8 months, and he's actually right, so that's pretty funny. But anything else? Were you scared?
Nope.
Wasn't scared apparently. We're trying to make this as serious as possible, but Drew is naturally not very serious at all times, so this is why it was scary for me when I saw him laying there on the trampoline, because I thought he was joking. So in the video I kind of like brushed him off for like 10 seconds until I realized he wasn't able to talk or anything. So I saw him laying there, and I actually saw blood slowly dripping down his forehead, and he wouldn't answer, and I think he made like a grunt. That point in time I was like freaking out. I was like, oh no. So I ran and got my parents and then called 911 and then told him what happened. Drew was just in his mind, like, you were pretty calm, right?
No. It was kind of hard because I couldn't really breathe. That was really the only thing that was hard, because I'd be like breathing and it'd be like I was like looking like Gary the Snail.
Gary the Snail. So another big thing about the experience is that, yeah, our parents were really freaking out, and like it's their worst fear for one of us to break our necks, ironically. So when it actually happened, they definitely were not very calm. Like me and Drew were probably the most calm.
No,
I mean,
Dad was.
Dad was calm?
Yeah, he was calling 911. He's like, he can't move, but it's not that bad. He's got a minor cut, and I don't know where that went. It's nowhere.
Yeah, like, by the way, he got a cut on his forehead. Like, it wasn't a cut, it was just blood dripping down his forehead, and I looked at it and I was like, oh, he's gonna get stitches for this, and there's no cut or anything like when he got to the hospital or blood. So I don't know what happened there. I think it's something with head trauma where it just like randomly appears or something. No,
Is that a thing?
I don't know, cause I heard someone say something about that, but we have no idea. That was confusing, but I'm so glad I saw the blood, because that's when I knew to like get off. And by the way, this whole like moment was like a split second type of thing, because he was literally just laying there like dying. By the time the ambulance got here, he was completely passed out and his body was blue and purple. He literally looked dead. He could have died because when he broke his neck, it was in the top of his neck and he couldn't breathe from it because it blocked his air passageway. That's why it was so deadly. So he literally could have died from a dub Cody to stomach, which is pretty crazy to think about.
It's not that crazy, but it's just a little bit embarrassing.
He finds it embarrassing because most people break their necks on a big trick, but this one was kind of a chill thing. He already did the trick, like dub Cody times 2 to stomach. He was trying times 3. He already did it 5 times probably in total.
The funny thing is, the one prior, I was gonna do dub Cody times 3, and I could have done it, but I didn't.
Didn't do it.
A little bit of what I call a stupid mistake.
Could have cost him his life, to be honest, but luckily he stayed alive and the ambulance got there in time. We're now here! Now he's here. You remember the whole thing, right?
Yeah. I was
Except
playing
that-
Wii baseball in the ambulance.
Oh yeah, so want to elaborate on that a little more?
I passed out probably from like right when I got in the house, or like when they were taking me off the tramp, until like halfway through the car ride. And when I was passed out, I was playing Wii baseball for some reason in a dream, and I just hit a grand slam. It was 5-0. I was about to mercy rule them. They woke me up from my dream, and I was like, come on. I was about to hit another dinger.
Mom said that you had the vision that like if you didn't win the game, then you were gonna die though. Is that true?
Yeah, I mean, that's what I said, but I don't think that. I probably was just saying that for the clout, let's be honest.
Clearly he was a bit delusional in the process.
At the end of the time I was in the hospital, I was playing Wii baseball because they gave me a Wii to play on. So I was just hitting dingers, in real life, in the dream.
Yeah, so he had various things for therapy in the hospital, like Wii baseball and ping pong and stuff like that.
Never lost in ping pong.
Alright, so we're gonna get into the full hospital experience soon, but I just wanna like mention right after he necked. So like obviously our whole family's freaking out and stuff, and then our neighbors kind of got involved. When the ambulance came here, there's a bunch of neighbors just looking, and my dad's like, go, he's not breathing. And then, I mean, the ambulance dudes were really good, but like I remember just thinking in the front yard that they're just looking like they're going super slow. They're like, hi, how are you? And my dad's like freaking out because Drew's literally dying. But like the ambulance people were really good. We met them at the fire station and went on the news. They're really cool and good people. They literally saved his life. So well, there's like 2 different people that saved his life. First would be me, and then the second would be them. Not to take credit for it, but just saying, technically if I wasn't on the tramp with him, we would have just found him dead, unless like ironically someone came out like right when it happened, because he made no noise, so we would have never known if I wasn't out there. So if I wasn't out there, he would 99% be dead right now. So that's like a healthy reminder. Always tramp with a friend. I would just say if you're going to do stomach tricks, probably have a friend with you. Stomach tricks could be very dangerous, as
If you're
you
doing
can
like
see.
normal backflip tricks, probably doesn't matter.
When you open up, that's where the possibility of bad things can
Stomach
happen.
tricks and front flips.
Anyways, he made it to the hospital and he got surgery. My whole family is in the waiting room. Surgery, they got it done really quickly, which is why he's not paralyzed probably, because if they waited too long, then his spinal cord wouldn't heal, because his spinal cord did get like damaged and like bruised. I mean, mainly just bruised, I guess, like tweaked you could call it, but no permanent damage. That's why he's able to move and stuff right now. So he's gonna be pretty much good, except like 10% less mobility in his neck. So he's got this brace on for like a couple more months, and then I think he'll be basically chilling.
Yeah.
So that's
the only
like
thing
really
maybe would be my feeling. I can't feel 100%, but it's like 80%. But before it was like 10%, but it's way better now.
So another thing we want to talk about is when Drew was in the hospital, like right away after surgery and stuff, he couldn't talk because he had like a ventilator in his mouth that he had to breathe through. He couldn't talk at all, which made communication really hard, or move, so he had to blink for communication, and he has a story for that.
I'd be trying to tell my parents what I wanted to watch on YouTube and stuff like that, or if I wanted to look at Instagram, because I had like this thing that was right here that my phone was attached to, and they'd be like skipping the ads and stuff on YouTube. If I looked to the left with my eyes, that would mean yes. If I looked to the right, it'd mean no. We had like a list of the ABCs, and my mom would like pointing to it, and then I'd blink when she'd get to the letters. So if I wanted to spell out YouTube, like it'd be like way down here. I'd blink, and then she'd be like, okay, why? And then I'd spell out YouTube. And that would take like an hour. My mom would like be going too fast or something, and I'd blink on A, and then she'd stop on like C, and then she'd be like, oh, C? And I'm like, no. no.
But he couldn't move.
Yeah, so I would just like start blinking a ton and I'd be all pissed off. Be like, "Argh." So that was probably like the most annoying part.
When he came home from the hospital, he basically could do anything, all the basics by himself.
Yeah, and then over time I just started like working out by myself, and now I'm probably like a lot stronger than I was before. At least for arms. Like I can do 30 push-ups right now. Before I could do 20 max. I don't know about my leg. I still can't run. I run weird. Running's kind of super weird.
Well, Leroy can definitely run. He does this kind of like sprints, but
I can't like actually run though. I can like sidestep or I don't even know what it's called. I just run with my Leroy hands.
Yeah, it looks funny because he looks kind of like the BO2 character in Zombies Leroy, so that's where we get that from, by the way. So yeah, essentially my brother is pretty good now. You know, everyone asks me on Instagram like, oh, is he doing good? Is he alright? I mean, like, yeah, like he basically brings the whole family terror every single day by abusing us and hurting us.
Because they can't fight back.
No cap. Hold the cap.
Hold it, hold it, hold it. I haven't told them about walking on walls.
Should probably talking about walking, period.
I'll talk about the walls first. So one time when I had like this, I was off the ventilator, but I had this big mask. I called it the astronaut mask. It'd be so annoying because it was like really hot.
Hey, Drew.
Dad, what the hell?
Dad, are you serious right now?
Caught a marlin on the half-day trip.
What?
Cut the camera.
So in the hospital, I was on really heavy drugs. So I had my oxygen mask on. I woke up from like a 2-hour nap. I just woke up and like everything looked all weird. I'm like, Mom, something's weird. And then she walks in. I see her walking on the walls, and I'm like, Mom, you're on the wall. And I'm like feeling around. I was touching the wall, but I was touching the air. In my head, I was hitting the wall. Right? I just didn't feel it. I couldn't feel, so it was weird. The nurse came in and she's like, it's gonna be all right. And I'm like, are you sure? She's like, on the wall. And then she's like, close your eyes for 10 minutes. And then I just closed my eyes. Like I opened them and everything like looked all, it kind of looked reversed. So I was like in a bed right here. Mom was like right here. And there's these curtains here, but I thought when I woke up the curtains were on this side and my mom was on this side. So I was like all confused, but that's how it was. I just remembered it wrong or something.
He's tripping on purple.
I was on fentanyl also.
Yeah, and then to wean him off the fentanyl, they put him on methamphetamine.
No, they put me on methadone. And Mommy Bear did not like that one. Or yeah, the first time I stood up, they were like in ICU, they're all freaking out. They're like, what? They're like, why are you standing? And I was like, I don't know. And then I was standing and my legs were like shaking a ton. And then I stood on the wheel and was like this, or I was on the table to get like my head flow or something.
I think that'll be in the thumbnail, by the way, guys.
And my jammies. I don't even know how I held up the right number one. And then like a week later, I couldn't do that. And I was like, how did I do that? The first time I FaceTimed one of my friends, I flipped him off. I was like, ugh.
Okay guys, we covered a lot of topics we wanted to. I just wanted to give you some information and Drew's perspective, my perspective on like the whole situation. I'm still flipping, by the way. Like my parents obviously don't want me to, and they took away my trampoline, so that's awkward. But I still go to friends' house and flip, and I've been doing ground flips and stuff. I'm not really doing anything very risky, being safe and everything. Make sure you guys be careful out there. It's just a little video. I think we're gonna make a part 2. You can DM me on Instagram at ColeTom if you want a part 2 because comments are disabled. But yeah, he's got a lot more stuff to tell. It'll just be a long video, and this is kind of just like the gist of him breaking his neck, like an announcement, just like kind of a story. There's a lot more experience he went through, and I'll probably make a part 2 soon. But in that case, thank you guys so much for watching. It's been me, Colton Merrifield, and Leroy.
Drew Bear in the house.
All right, peace out.